round 10 here in Hanoi. We've not done this actually, and well, we're here today in D1. We've only got 10 drivers today, unfortunately. A lot of guys can't make it again due to lockdown ending and them going back to work. But I think it's second to last race of the season or something like that anyway. So low numbers are to be expected. You've got Dr. Robot and Havoc. How you doing, Havoc?
Really good, Robot. It's been a while, a little bit of a hiatus, but I think we're trying to build back strong, trying to get everybody back in it. We may have to do some sort of a rethinking on how the lockdown's coming up, so we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of talks at the moment about moving it to a weekday, bringing back some of the assists. Quite a lot of different discussions going on with a lot of different views. It's going to be interesting to see what we settle on for Season 6, but hey ho, it's not far away. Good end to the season. This season's gone quite well though. I think we've averaged 18 drivers a race. Izat, 4-time champion of the world, is still leading by I think around 30 points. He's not racing today, but neither is his championship rival Stinson. So that's pretty much a stalemate at the minute, and they're going to go on to the last 2 races of the season with the same gap, and it's going to be even harder for Stinson to try to claim that victory.
It's quite interesting, isn't it, for one of the tightest battles we've had in OFR in past seasons, for something like this weekend to come up and not see some of the top runners. I don't know how they're going to carry on after this weekend, if the battle's going to continue to be as close as it's been, but it has been one of the closest we've seen. Yeah,
it really has. I'm just going to quickly load up the OFR app so we can just check what the standings currently are. I'm just watching Johto Jusu, D2 driver who's reserving today, go around the track whilst I do that. So Izat is currently in first place, 177 points. Stinson, second place, 135. He's 42 points behind. So come the end of the season, the last 2 races, there's going to be 52 points up for grabs. If Izat doesn't get any points, Stinson's going to have to win both races in order to secure a victory, whilst Izat gets no points. That's how close it is. I mean,
right.
It looks like at the minute it's Izat's 5th championship.
It does. Stinson's really got to work hard to make it happen, doesn't he? We also have to look at the last 2 races of the season and kind of gauge. For Izat, it's not what his strongest tracks are. We're more looking towards, can Stinson make an opportunity out of the last 2 tracks? Because we know Izat's good at every track. It doesn't matter where we're at. Izat's going to show up. He always puts on a good performance, no matter where we are at.
Yeah, you can throw anything at him and he's always dominating. Even if it's his home track at Singapore, something easy like Austria, it just doesn't matter. He's always going to be scoring high points. It's that level of consistency that secured him the 4 championships already. And it looks like, yeah, he's about to get his 5th. Now, the last 2 tracks, Bahrain and Australia, not particularly difficult tracks, and I think it's their tracks that everyone's got a reasonable amount of pace on too. So that's going to be interesting end to the season, actually.
It is. Bahrain's one of those tracks. A lot of the drivers say it's boring, right, Robot? But we're seeing some times coming in. It looks like Imperfect's going to be at the top of the 133, and Johto's going to DNF out of the qualifying session.
Oh, he is. He is. Let's see where he is.
I think he's at 2-3-4.
Oh yeah, you're right. This is the very first part of the track.
4.
Oh no.
Yeah, fairly early. That was his first run. Not wanting to be right there. It's going to bring the yellow out. He's clear now. But yeah, just Bahrain, one of those tracks that not a lot of the guys like, but it does have a lot of speed. It does create a lot of overtaking possibilities. You're going to see battles. It's one of my favorite tracks personally. And then we go to Australia, which is another one of those tracks where overtaking is a huge possibility there.
Yeah.
A lot of battles. We'll just have to see how it happens. I think it's wound up to be one of the best endings of any league season we've had in the past seasons.
Yeah, and let's not forget about what's happening in D2 as well. So D2 is going to start in just under 2 hours' time, and the championship battle in D2 is even closer than it is in D1. And some of the guys that you see here today racing, like Random, Johto, they're battling for the championship currently. So I think they're using this race as a practice race to make sure they can try to get as many points as possible. Now, Johto Jusu in D2, 115 points. Gadruaza, our Portuguese driver, 111. Nils on 103. Larvsesh on 81. And Random rounding out the top 5 on 77. But the last few races, I think Random's won the last 2 or 3 races. And if he continues like that, he could actually claim first place. He's been practicing a lot. He's really been dedicated to OFR and trying to win these races. And it's pulled through for him. And he's coming through that leaderboard so quickly. And I really think he's going to be able to challenge Johto Jusu here.
It's good to see from him, too, as well. I mean, we've seen him jump up to D1, have some issues. Not maybe jump up, but have that reserve seat, and then come back to D2, D3, come all the way back up to D2. One of the more dedicated guys I've seen around the league as far as any of the other drivers. And for him and Johto to come out and do the D1 race, it's just more practice, isn't it? I mean, we've always got guys that want that extra practice on the race to see how they stack up against the other drivers.
That's absolutely right. So I've just checked. Random's only raced 6 races this season because the first 3 he couldn't make it. The first 3 he was actually in D1 and then he got brought down to D2. But out of those 6 races, he's won 3 of them. Johto Jusu is only won 2 races this season, and out of the other people in the top 5, only one more person has won a race. Now that's really interesting because, like I said, if Random can continue that winning streak, he's looking at P1 at the end of the season. That's right. That's really interesting.
And this is going to do anything but help him out today with this race. It's a really good way to get prepared for D2. If you've got that, if you have the stamina to go through a 50% and then go through the other 50%, they're going to go into this and they're not really going to look at winning today. They're really looking for the experience and to become more comfortable with the track to take them to D2. Now, when we go to the D2 race today, you're going to see these guys light it up, and we should see a very big battle from these two in the D2 race today. I think that's what we're gonna see.
Absolutely, you couldn't have put it better than that, I think, because I mean, look, even if Random or Johto crashes out in the first half of the race, that's still valuable experience for them. They're going to know where the tricky parts of the track is, what not to do when the D2 race comes. There's nothing, nothing can go wrong in this race for them that's not going to help them in D2, exactly like you said. And I mean, if they wanted to pick any track to race in D1 and D2, it's got to be Hanoi. I mean, there's 4 runoff areas, there's walls everywhere, one tap of the wall, your end plate's gone, race pretty much over. A track where you need the downforce, it's crazy.
Right, yeah, exactly, it's huge. I haven't really seen the setups this week. I know the guys are running a particularly fast wing setup. They want to get around this thing as fast as they can. I think it's something more around the lines of 1.4, 2.4, 2.5, somewhere on the lower wing setup. 23 turns today, Robot, around Hanoi.
Yeah.
One of the most tricky tracks in the season. And that S section where they come around, it looks like turn 14. That it's very, very hard to get through there at a very fast pace, but at the same time, like you said, not losing an end plate.
Yep. It's definitely not a place on that track where you even want to consider. Even if someone in front of you has lost their wing, they're going slowly. If you try to go around the outside through the S's or down the inside in one of the corners, it's going to be bad news. It's a really tricky part of the track. But there's quite a few overtaking opportunities. There's the run down to turn 1 DRS. There's that long bendy straight all the way down up to turn 10, is it? There's definitely quite a few places to overtake.
Right. And they're going to see that. We're going to see the train. You guys, I mean, with 10 drivers, it's definitely not going to be as exciting, but we are going to see a lot of exciting moves today. It's not going to be one of the least emotional races that we're going to see this season. It's a very emotional race. That we're going to see jumping back and forth. Yeah, I mean, you go down to turn 1, that's DRS. We're going to see the overtake there. They come around 2, 3, and 4. If you get wide in 2, 3, and 4, it's almost like a switchback robot, like a double switchback, where the driver behind can kind of almost come in on you, but if you hold that line coming out of 4, you're going to get it right back. And then they go down that second long straight, going all the way down to turn 6, and that's another overtake zone, and it's another one of those little left-hander loops where the guys have got to stay not so much to the inside. You're going to see the guys run wide right there in 7, 8, and 9, and then that long run you were talking about going down the 10, it's one of the longest runs I think it gets up there with Azerbaijan and Baku as far as how long they can stay full throttle going down a straight.
It's going to be interesting. After I just mentioned this, let's talk about the pit lane here as well. But quickly, want to give a shout out to Show, AJ, God, Multigamers joined us, Larv Sessions here as well, Smalley's there, Rod and Pollux Fishing, hey Mick. Thanks to everyone who's joined us. Now, pit lane. If there's a safety car, this pit lane is, I think, it is, because it cuts out, I think it cuts out 4 corners in total. Because it cuts out so much of the track, whenever there's a safety car, you kind of want to come into the pits as quick as you can. Because you've got that, I think it's the 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, and I think you're going to be quicker coming into the pits, changing tyres and coming out than you would be if you were to just stay out on track. And I think if there is a safety car, there's only 10 drivers, but the chances of a safety car, I reckon, are still quite high because of all of the walls that are around here. I think we're going to see this race possibly have the most pit stops per driver that we've had all season.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. And the pit, and you're right about the pit stop as well. It's not only is it cutting those 4 to 5 corners, but it's also it's a little tricky to find, isn't it? I mean, if you've ever been around here at Hanoi, you'll know that it's very tricky pit entry. I mean, you can miss it in a heartbeat. It's not a very easy one to find, but once you're in there, you're in there. I mean, you come around that left and you're in the lane and you're down to your pit box. And once you're out, you come out, I believe it's around turn 4, about the middle of the loop. And as soon as you come out there, it's almost like a free, just get on the throttle and go. I mean, no messing about, right? You're just on the throttle and you're ready to go.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So, one thing that you do need to be careful of, though, is that people like to use that pit lane exit when they're not in the pit lane. You know, when they're just going round that corner and they push themselves wide. If you get tangled up with someone who's coming out of the pit lane there, it's going to be bad news.
Yeah, it's all about the awareness of the drivers. With 10 drivers, maybe not so much of an incident-prone part of the track, but, and we can see Lika coming in right now. Lika just came in with a 134.2, a little bit off. Imperfect's going to be up there. He still holds it with a 133.6, but yeah, you're right. When they come around, it's definitely something you have to look out for. The guys don't have full engineers like the real drivers do, so it's something that they have to pay attention to on their own. If they do come around there wide, they're definitely going to get taken into the car.
Yep. Now, we haven't done any hot laps, so let's do one now. Abby's just come around the final corner, and he is starting his lap. He's on a 135.5 currently. Let's see how he gets on through the first sector. Brakes at about 80 metres as he's coming into turn 1. See how raised that curve is, though. If you touch it slightly, it just pushes your car outwards, and you're going to be a little bit later on a throttle. He's managed to correct it okay, and he's carrying quite a bit of speed through turns 3 and 4 there. He's come out, he's gone through 5, he's got his DRS open, and his Sector 1 isn't looking too bad, actually. Let's see what it is when he crosses the Sector 1 line. He's a 10th down on his time, actually. So something must have happened. Well, maybe his first lap was pretty good, but it's only a 135.5 at the minute. So here he comes round the long left-hander at turn 7. You do not want to get on that throttle early there, because it will push you wide, and you will have an appointment with the inside wall at turn 9 there. You need to be so careful. And this is that really long straight that we're talking about, where possibly the most overtakes are going to happen.
Yeah, they got to come around here. It's not so much the shortest way around the track. He's going to come all the way down to 11. Let's see if he can get on the traction right here. A little touch on the curb, and very smooth on the throttle. That's going to give him tons of space going in the end of Sector 2. And this is the entry into the S's. That's that turn 13 entry into the S's, and then here he comes to the S's.
So it's left, right. He's got a little bit of oversteer there. He's had to do a massive corrections. Probably lost about a 10th of a second just with that little bit of a mistake there. But you can see it doesn't look like the track temperature's up to temperature. Look how deep he's gone. Not enough heat in his brakes either. We haven't got a weather report yet, but could it be rain? Could it be that cold that it could rain in the race? 6/10 down on his time.
Yeah, 6/10. That's a lot. That's a lot of mistakes. But that's part of this Hanoi circuit, isn't it, Robot? Where it's so long. I mean, you've got all that ability to pick up speed, but at the same time, I just saw the rain glitch, so we may see rain in the next 30 seconds here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just saw the rain glitch, but it's one of those things where it's such a long track. There's so many opportunities for mistakes, and scrubbing half a tenth here, half a tenth there. And they build up. Yeah, in 23 turns, you stand to lose, just like Avi did right there, 6/10.
Yeah. So I think at the start of each sector, apart from sector 1, if you have a mistake in the start of sector 2 or sector 3, you've lost your momentum for the entire sector. I think that's what we saw with Avi. You just, I mean, going through the S's, as Leaka's retired from the race. Oh, what's happened? Is he come off?
I think they're counting on the rain here, Robot.
Ah, okay. You're right. Oh yeah, there is rain. There is rain.
Yeah, I think they're counting on the rain right here.
Oh, you nailed it.
You hit on something there, though. I mean, not only the beginning of the sectors, but the beginning of your lap. It is so important to come out of turn 23 and be on the throttle. You cannot be off the throttle out of 23 going down into the front stretch and not have a good exit coming out of there. You got to have a bang-on exit coming out of 23 to have a good lap.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. So could you just explain the rain glitch? Because, you seem like a bit of a wizard at the moment.
So, anytime I'm looking for rain, especially when it's cloudy like this, if we ever get the clouds or I get the report, you will get this little bit of a rain glitch. I'm not sure if the drivers can see it. I have seen it as a driver in D2. I've seen it a couple times. I see it more on the spectator side as I'm looking at the screen. So about 30-45 seconds away from rain, you'll see this glitch, and I'm not sure if everybody gets it or if it's just me and I'm just some kind of a wonder child. But the the screen will glitch, and I'll see the majority of, like, I'll see the maximized rain, like what we will see as far as rain in the session, just for a quarter of a second. It just flashes on the screen, and I'll see. I got to be paying attention, but if I see it, I know it's coming in about 30 or 45 seconds. So, especially in the rain, whenever we're doing race streams and we're doing the race session, if we're looking for rain, I will watch for that glitch, and I'll know, when we're coming down to the line, when DRS is about to get shut down from FIA control, I'll look for that glitch, and when I see that glitch, I know that the rain is about to start in about 30 seconds. So, depending on the lap, where the guys are on the track, it's very important to see that.
I see. So Tommy actually went purple in Sector 1 and 2 on his final lap there whilst the rain was coming down, but he messed up Sector 3 and came back into the pit. So I wonder if Tommy could have actually got pole position here because he was purple in the first two sectors. Other than that, it's in perfect car taking pole. Santi second and Leeka, Ofr Leeka, in third place. Only 10 drivers, obviously, but I think they're still going to make it interesting. We've got the proxy battle between Johto and Random about to take place. They're D2 drivers who are practicing here in D1 today. They've both got something to say to each other in D2 later because they're both fighting for the championship. Random's got, I think, three race wins in a row from the last 3 races in D2, where Johto hasn't had the best of luck in those races. But hey ho, we're about to see what's going to go wrong here. So who do you think is going to take it here? We've got Leeka third, we've got Santi second, we've got Double D first. Is it going to be one of those three, or is someone going to fight back?
I like Double D if Double D can hold on to it. We've seen it. He's just started. He kind of came in at the middle of the season. We've just seen him come in. If he can stay out of trouble, I think we're going to see a lot from Double D today. Santi is my favorite. That's my pick today. I like Santu. I like Ping Yu for coming into this. If he can stay clean, I think Santu's got enough. He doesn't have Margaret up there. He doesn't have Gernman. There's no Stinson, no Ezat. I think we're going to see something from Ping Yu today. The other guy, Leeka, you can't count Leeka out ever. As a veteran in D1, you cannot count him out.
Yeah, and if we get a chance today, which I'm sure we will, if you guys want to see some of the most craziest gear changes through, I think it's 2, 3, 4, and 7, 8, 9, I'm going to ride on board with Leeka so you can see it. I think he changes like 11 times as he enters turn 7 and then he exits turn 8.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh,
his track
gosh.
guides, I did his track guide last season around here, and he's on about go down here, up, down, up, down.
And it's just one corner. It's just one corner.
And it's just one corner. Yeah, it's just one corner, and I'm like, dude, there's no possible way. I don't know how he does it.
I know, it's absolutely crazy. Now, I wonder if he's put the formation lap on. Weather looks clear as well, so I don't think we're going to get any rain. But that means it's probably going to come in D2. God rest our souls. Session starting in 25 seconds. I've not had this awkward camera angle before, so maybe we do have a formation lap. If not, we'll get right into it. But yeah, I think Santi can take this one. I think if he can avoid penalty. If you haven't spoke about penalties, are invalidations high around here?
Very high.
Okay.
It's a race line, but especially through the S's, very high. If you get the second tire off, no formation lap, the lights are on.
Yeah, I've got the sound glitch already. We've got the 5 red lights, and we are away. So that's the race started already. I'm going to try my best to get everything up whilst we're waiting here. There we go. I've got it all up. We've got Santu getting absolutely amazing start. He's gone down the inside of Imperfect Car. Has he claimed the first place? He has. He's got it. He's pushed the other driver a little bit wide. No, he hasn't. He just went a bit deep there. Santu's got P1. He's in P1. Leekler's held on to third for now. Imperfect Car's in second. Tommy's moved up 1 position. We've got Random Serious dropping down 6 positions. Has he got wing damage?
He doesn't. It doesn't look like it unless he's run into somebody, Robot. I don't see any wing damage. No winglets missing off the car. No end plates. He's just down there. Something's going on with him today.
Interesting. Santi leads currently as he's going around turn 8 right now. He's coming through that really fast right-hand kink in turn 9. He's got through it okay. Imperfect Car hasn't though. And look at this. He's got Leaker by his side as they are coming down this bendy straight here. Where is he? Is he fully ahead? I can't see the other car.
No, he's dropped back behind. He couldn't get it out. As soon as he stuck the car out there, Robot, the air just shoved him backwards.
Oh, okay.
So Nicola couldn't make the move happen. He tucked in. Let's see if he late brakes here going into, it looks like, I don't think he's going to be able to. He's going to stick behind. Here they come down through the S session.
Yep, you can see Leaker using his overtaking gears 3, 4, and 5 there and then switching it off when he gets up to gear 6 and 7. He's going to have to, I mean, when you have ERS around here, you can keep it for a long time, but as soon as it's depleted, you're going to struggle to get it back. It's really hard.
He's one of the more technical drivers too, isn't he?
He is. Santu's having a horrible time through the S's here. He's struggling a lot. Look, he's lost about 8 tenths of a second. As Imperfect Car dives down the inside of him. And that was a bit cheeky. And Imperfect Car's let him go. He's let him go. And Leekler's going to take advantage of that now as well. He's side by side going through the final corner. Santi gets fastest. He's crossed the line in first. And Imperfect Car is now looking to make a move on Leaker. No, he's not. He's backed out of it. That was very cheeky from Imperfect Car, but I'm glad he gave that position up for Santi. Now, does Santi have wing damage? Doesn't look like it, does it?
I don't think he does. No, he doesn't. He's clean, and now legal is P2.
Yeah.
This is going to pose a challenge for Imperfect Car here because now he's got legal in front, and we all know that it is not a very easy thing to get right back by legal. It's not going to be an easy thing to do unless you're right up close to the back of him when the DRS gets turned on, but Imperfect's going to have to stay close until DRS gets turned on, and it's a very long lap here to get around 3 times for the DRS to come on.
Yeah, Leekler had a bit of oversteer as he was coming out of turn 9, and look at this, Imperfect Car's using his overtake, I think, to battle against Leekler. Where is he? He's got ahead of him. He is ahead of him. He's claimed the racing line. Leekler's going to try and outbrake him. No, he's not. He's tucking in behind for now, and now the fight is back on between Imperfect Car and Santu with the Perfect Car.
Oh, he got super sideways.
Ooh, he saved it, though. He did save it. Now, I'm just going to quickly jump down the field just to see what Abby's doing because he's really, really close. He's just 5 tenths behind Theaton. He's a reserve driver as well here. He doesn't race in D2. He's going to be racing with us next season. I believe he's one of Leekler's friends and he's brought him in to act as a reserve today. We've got a yellow in Sector 3. Is that Nurshik? I think it is. It's Nurshik going a little bit slow. Has he got wing damage? It looks like he has.
He's got a left end plate going.
Oh, you can see how much he's struggling with the braking there again.
Random's got a right wing gone. The end plate and the winglets missing from the front end of the car.
So these guys, he must be coming in as well then. So Alex is already pitted, so he must have got damaged somewhere. And here comes Nurshik and Random, both in the pits. So maybe they tangled. Maybe they did, I don't know.
They may have. Santi has pulled away just a little bit. Imperfect still there. He's gaining on him now. Leekler's backed off just a little bit. He's going to gain a little bit of time here as they've got the DRS. And here they come down that first very long stretch.
It's still, I mean, they're holding position for now. They're both less than 6 tenths of each other at the minute. It's just got up to 7 for Leekler at the back. Look how close Imperfect Car is now. He's right behind. DRS should be activated as well, so this could be his chance. Let's ride on board with him. Let's ride on board with Santi actually, and watch this. Look at the speed he's carrying. Imperfect Car is so quick right now. What's his overtake
and that's
like?
Before the DRS zone. I mean, because we don't see the DRS until they get about midway down the straight. He had overtake going, and he almost had the overtake done by the time they got to the DRS line.
Ooh, and Santi's just collided with the rear of his car a little bit, but again, not too much. No damage whatsoever. That was just a little love tap, and Imperfect Car is now back to leading the race. Top three are in the same positions now as they were when they started the race. So, nothing going on there for now, with a 5/10 gap between them. Let's just quickly jump back down to Johto Juicer, because he's right on the back of reserve driver Thyton at the moment as they are coming through the S's. I don't know how to say his name. I'm going to alternate between Thyton and Thyton, and we'll see what I stick with at the end. Do you know how to pronounce it?
I think it's Theaton.
Theaton. All right, we'll try that.
It's one of those,
oh, look at this down the inside!
Finish driver.
Ooh, that was close. That was close.
Almost the same thing that we saw from Imperfect Car. Imperfect Car does the fastest lap of 138 going around Hanoi.
And now look at this. He's already gained a second on Santi. Santi's out of DRS range. Where's the detection zone? Oh,
it's right when they come out right here.
Okay, so the activation, no, Santi's not got it, but look, his teammate Likla behind does.
Yeah, Likla's got it. He may let Likla go right here to try and chase Imperfect down so he doesn't get too far away.
No penalties yet either, but look at this. Whilst the Force Indias, or Racing Points, or whatever you call them, whilst they are battling each other, I suppose, I mean, they're not being too hard with each other. I think Lika's just taking advantage of the slipstream at the minute. Tommy catching them 1.4 seconds behind.
Yeah, he's catching up. Likla, if you ever wanted a teammate in F1, Likla is one of those guys that you want as a teammate. He's not going to push you around. He's going to let you know if something comes up. If you're running a little slow, he's going to let you know that he's wanting to come around, right? So he is one of those comms guys. He loves being on comms. If you're his teammate, he's going to let you know when that move is coming, and it's not going to be a surprise.
That's true. That's very true. But I wonder, is he in a party with Santi right now, or will he be in a party with Theaton? I think he'll be in one with Theaton right now, so maybe there are no comms between his teammates. It's going to be interesting to see what happens then, because let's see, he's still 5 tenths behind, so he is still holding on to the back of Santi. This could be Lika's and Santi's best finish of the season actually as well. So this is an important race for both of them. The most important thing for them to do is not wipe each other out. Now, let's go back down to Theaton, because he's still within DRS zone of Avi ahead of him. He's doing a decent job staying behind. 7 tenths of a second with DRS right now.
It's 1, 2, 3, and it's Avi, Theaton, and Johto. And Johto's just waiting on the opportunity for someone to mess up right here, because if they do, he's right there ready to pounce.
I wonder if he's going to be able to...
That's one of those turns, Robot. That 2, 3, 4 section right there, that's one of the most technical parts, I think, of any track.
Yeah, sorry to change subject. Likla has just got past Santi. Likla now in P2, Santu in P3, but look, has Likla jumped the good... Oh no, he's got away out of turn 9 quite quickly. But I think Santu's going to get DRS. He will get DRS, and just watch this gap produce now. It's 7 tenths of a second at the moment. DRS open now for Santi. He's not using his overtake, neither is Likla, but look at the gap reducing. 6 tenths, 5 tenths, 5.5 tenths, less than 5 tenths. That's how powerful DRS is round this track. And look, he's less than 2 tenths behind now. Ooh, and he gets slippy as he's coming out of...
He's having a little trouble coming out of there, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. But I think everyone is. I mean, everyone but Likla so far, I think I've seen slip out of that corner. And that is going to really increase their tyre wear too.
It is. Let's see if that gear change... They're coming through Sector 3 now. They're going to come around 21, 22, 23. Let's watch Likla as he goes through that first section of that 2, 3, 4, and then that... I believe it's 6, 7, 8. When they come around, we'll watch that gear change. I've been watching it. It's amazing how many times he's just flicking the gears. It's amazing how he's just flicking the gears.
Yeah, Johto's in the pits right now as well. He just got a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Now let's look at Lika's gearing. So 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's not doing it as much as he was. 3, 2, 3, 4. No, he's not doing it as much as he was before, but maybe he's trying to look after his tyres a little bit.
This next one, yeah, he is trying to protect it right there, but this next one right here, I saw him jump from 4 to 2. It's crazy. You don't even see the middle gear. Oh, he's not doing it here as well.
I honestly think he's really looking after his tyres. He might be going a few extra laps than the other guys around him. I think he is.
Now, when they were in that battle... He was on it. He was flicking. I mean, he was just going through the gears like it was nothing. But I think you're right. Now that they've kind of settled down, he's trying to make these tires last.
Yep, and we've got Nurshik and Alex battling right now. Or they're going side by side all the way through 2, 3, and 4. And Alex has just squeaked ahead. But Nurshik has DRS. And here, look how powerful that DRS is. It's definitely overpowered around this track.
It's so long, isn't it? It's not like the others where it just flicks on and then you've got about a millimeter of a second to make a move.
I mean, you don't even have to squirt the ERS a little bit either, just to make the just to secure the overtake. It's just so powerful. And look at this, Tommy's now less than 3 tenths behind
I was just
Santi.
about to say, look who caught Santu. Tommy is right there. Tommy's one of those guys that's made it happen this season, hasn't he? He's made a big change this season. No telling what he's done. Maybe more practice, but he's gotten so much better this season.
He really has. We've not actually seen him at this pace level, have we? But in the seasons before, he was doing fastest laps. He was getting poles this season. It's fantastic to see him up there. It could just be the selection of tracks we have. He could just be improving. Who knows? Maybe he's got a better wheel. we never know. But he's doing an absolutely fantastic job. And look at this battling Santi right now. Has he got him? He's firmly ahead.
I think he's
Santi's not going to give it up though. Santi locks up as he's coming into the right-hander. And that's it. He's got him. So now let's see if Santi can fight back if they come out of turn 9 here. Santi needs to get a good exit. He's got a decent one. He has got a decent exit. He's going to be able to overtake here. Now, we've got a lot of comments in the stream as well. Let me see if I can keep up with that as well. Here comes Santi.
So Santi's got the DRS open.
He's down the inside. Oh, that was... Oh, he's got a bit deep now, and here comes Tommy bang back! Oh, there, look at that. Switchback. Textbook. Santi's going to have to try a little bit harder, but that was a clever move by Santi there, but Tommy just took advantage of Santi's late braking. That's all it was.
It's almost as if he's not getting through the S's in as much of a straight line as everybody else is.
I think you're right there. I'm trying to look at Santi's wing now just to see if he's got any damage, but I can't see any damage whatsoever.
I can't see any.
No, he's looking stable.
If it is damaged, it's to the point where it's not visible. It's something that only he can see if he's got...
Yeah, and I think without simulation damage on, if it's only full, they could have, I think, up to 15% damage without it actually showing on the car.
Right.
So yeah, he could have some yellow front or left wing here because it does. I mean, look, he's really fighting with the car to keep it out of the wall at the minute. I think he is struggling. Maybe he does. I think you're right. He could have.
Because it was so good at the beginning, wasn't it? I mean, it was just amazing in the beginning of the race, and now it's just as if he's fighting the car the whole way.
Yeah, Nurshik's just come into the pits again. Alex is staying out. He's already pitted once, but I believe that was for a wing change because he had damage. Alex is in the McLaren there, D2 champ from last season. And he's got Random Series not too far behind him either, as Nurshik haven't even pulled into his pit box yet. Okay, so let's jump back up. The gaps are looking a bit bigger. Santi's now dropped out of DRS range from Tommy ahead of him, so that's going to kind of shoot him in the foot a little bit here if he's trying to get the overtake done. But again, best thing Santi can do right now, I think, is just to look after his tyres. Try to extend a few extra laps and be on the better tyre, at the end of the race. Right. I think if he does have damage, he's just going to be losing too much time here. Don't try and keep up, just look after the tyres. Licola, 4 seconds behind in perfect car at the minute. He's still, look, he's not understeering or anything.
He's Imperfect's in.
Oh, he is.
Licola is staying out. We knew Licola was going to stay out.
This is going to be
And here comes the change.
Yeah, that's it. Lika's claimed it. And just to point that out as well, I mean, Lika was, 4 seconds behind, when he came into the pits, but because kind of Imperfect car took out so much of the track coming into the pits, that gap increased a little bit. And that's just showing you how much shorter the pit lane is to the actual track here. Even if you're going slowly.
It looks like the Hards.
No. Has he?
Yeah, he's gone hard.
So he's definitely committing to that one-stop strat then. Let's just quickly put the tyres on so you guys can see. Yeah, you're right. Oh, and so have the guys at the back as well. Look at that. The bottom 4 have all got hards on as well. Apart from Thetan. Thetan's got onto the mediums. And look at that. Imperfect car swerving left and right to get some heat into the tyres. Those hards, I think, aren't the easiest tyres to heat up here.
No, I mean, with the long straight, it cools them down so much. It's not like Singapore, yeah? Who is that?
Feet and spinning. He's spinning at turn 4.
That's this hard tire. Oh, no, he's went mediums.
He's gone medium. I think it was him just coming out of the pit lane. I think he must have misjudged the braking zone. And Abby's just overtaken him.
It's the same thing, isn't it? I mean, you've got to warm those things up. When you come out, they're not ready to go as soon as you come out of the pits. So there's Licola. Licola is coming around the last part. Is he going to box opposite? Let's see if he comes in.
He's in!
He is, he's in!
Okay.
Very quick entry.
So he's probably going to go onto the hard as well. You know what? Come to think of it, the mediums probably... They probably can go 20 laps, but they will probably be at around 70% come the end of it. Yeah. I think that is the clever choice there to go on to the hard. I've only been doing 25% races this week, so I don't actually know the 50% strat. Is he on the hards? Yes, he is. He's come on to fresh hard tyres. Now look at this. There goes Imperfect Car. Look at that gap. Look, Imperfect Car has already got through turn 1 now. He's at turn 1, and now he's coming around turn 2. So did the undercut work for Imperfect Car? The gap was 4.2 seconds. Let's see what it is as he comes out. 4.7, 4.7, 5. So it's looking at around 5.
He's going to gain a second.
So the best thing Lika can do right now is look after those tyres and have fresher tyres at the end of the race. Other than that, could be an Imperfect Car victory. Now, neither Tommy nor Santi has pitted yet. So they are both on that 9-lap-old soft tyre. Santi has only got 3% of his ERS as he was coming down that straight. He's really trying to gain some time here on the overcut, which he's trying to do. He's pushing his car to the limit here. I think this is it. This is going to be his pit lap.
Well, he's 5 seconds ahead of Imperfect, isn't he? I mean, this is the time he's got to come in, because if he doesn't come in, he's going to lose a lot of time to Imperfect if he stays out, because it's dropping now. I can see it dropping right now. Imperfect is getting closer and closer. Santi's got to come in. Tommy's in. Tommy's going to come into the pit.
He stayed out. Santi's out. He's not come in.
Miss it.
Oh, I don't know what. I'm trying to think what could happen here. Safety car's best bet for him right now.
Oh no.
I don't think he missed it. I think he's chosen to stay out a bit longer. You know what we could be seeing here? The medium tyres. He could be pushing those softs.
But is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough to stay close enough to Imperfect Car at 7 seconds of a lead?
Well, if he comes in now, he's going to have 17 laps on those medium tyres. That should leave them at around 60 to 65%. He could do it. But the thing is, what else could Santi do? He was losing time possibly because of his wing. He was down in 4th place. Well, I think he was down in 4th.
I would have came in. I would have come in. I mean, if it was on me, Robot, I still would have gone mediums, but I would have come in and try to keep that gap down, because right now Imperfect is cutting into that lead time. Yeah, he's just almost at about 5 seconds now.
Even on the straights as well.
How much is he going to lose?
It's about an 18-second stop, I think. So he's going to come out 4 seconds behind Tommy.
He's going to lose about 6. Yeah.
Oh, he's got a puncture! His front right's got a puncture! Oh no! Yeah, that's it, they were at the limit. He's got a puncture front right. Oh no! Look at the...
It had to have been a miss, Robot. He had to have missed the lane.
Oh
my
goodness.
If he was that close to puncture territory, he had to have missed the pit stop.
Look at Imperfect Car. He's so close behind right now.
Yeah, he's got to get around, but they're in the S's, as we were talking about in qualifying. It's not an easy place to pass.
He's just lost about 10 seconds. I think
wow.
That could be the first time I've seen it in D1 this season. Look at that right
That's
tire.
the first puncture I've seen. Yeah, that's the first puncture I've seen in D1.
Yikes.
And he's going to lose even more.
I wonder if it takes longer to get that punctured tire off the car. No, it doesn't. Same time. He's got a new wing. He did have wing damage.
Oh.
And there he goes out.
He's going to have a little bit of pace here.
He is. He is going to have pace, but Okay, this is going to be interesting. Look at Avi right now. Look, Santu's just taken off his pit limiter there. Avi's ahead of him, but watch Santu now. He's going to come out way far ahead. See? That's it. Look how short that pit lane is.
Oh my god. And he's on the throttle. Look at him. He's gone.
Yeah, because oh yeah, you're right. You were in a better position coming out of the pit lane, aren't you?
Yeah, you're coming down. You're coming down that little straight line. I mean, it is a left right, or it's a right left right, but I mean, it's almost a straight line when you come out.
And there you go. That's just showing you how short the pit lane is. Right. So Santi's on fresh medium tyres. Look at this. He's lost 17 seconds to Tommy. Well, wow. He's 17 seconds behind Tommy. He was 4 behind, so he's just lost 13 seconds because of that puncture. That's painful. Best thing that can happen for him right now is a safety car. He's going to be on that better tyre, and because of the safety car, 3 laps, he's only going to have to go, 13 laps on that medium tyre. He needs a safety car to get him back onto the podium.
And it can only benefit him. I mean, with the safety car and the restart, all these guys that are on hard tires right now, it's almost a nightmare to see a safety car. To keep these things warm around the lap at Hanoi is impossible.
Yeah. It definitely is. He's looking quicker. I mean, he's looking like he's. I mean, look at how he's turning in. He's not getting late on the brakes here. He's not going deep into the corners. I think he definitely was losing a lot of time to that wing. So there you go, 17.7 seconds because of that pit stop. So that's how much you're looking at for a pit plus a puncture. And we'll check his sector 1 time actually as he comes up to turn 6, just so we can see if he is improving on that fresh medium tyre. Locking up slightly on the front right as he's coming around 2 and 3. He's made it through 4 and 5. Here he goes. Sector 1 coming up. Let's see what his time is. Yeah, he's 2 tenths up on his quickest soft time. There we go.
He just looks better, doesn't it? I mean, it looks like a brand new car. It looks like a completely different car as it's going around without the wing damage.
Yeah, it looks like they just got one of the Mercedes, painted it pink, and now he's got Hamilton pace. Bravo. Trying to find out if Deaton still hasn't managed to get past Avi, even with the stops. Look at this. Deaton, remember, switched to that medium 3 laps ago. Avi switched to the hard 3 laps ago. And the gap is roughly about the same as it was. So these guys are similarly paced. And, well, they're keeping it clean and they're keeping it consistent. Now, for those of you...
Avi's not the easiest, though, is he? Avi's not the easiest guy to get around.
No. Not at all. Probably one of the most difficult. I mean, when Avi likes to... I mean, he always likes to go a bit longer on his stints. And when he's got, like, the faster guys who have already pitted onto the soft coming up behind him, I think Avi is like a master at cornering. I think he's just got corner entry and exit absolutely nailed. You can see it here as well.
Look at the bottom of the screen. Santi just did the fastest lap at a 1:38. I believe it was a 9. I didn't really see the last tenths, but Santi putting in the fastest laps, he's coming.
He is. He's taken out 3 seconds out of Johto, but Johto's gone 7 lap old soft, so those tyres are coming to an end now. He's got 1 lap left in those tyres. So after that, he's going to be 14 seconds behind Tommy. He is actually catching Tommy. Oh, and just as we... That was your fault for sure. That wasn't me.
You were speaking at the time.
I was talking about Avi. You switched to Santi. 2 seconds later, he's got a penalty. That's your fault.
Oh no.
I think. Oh, we got yellow in sector 2. Who is it? It's Tommy! Tommy! Spun! He's against the wall! Oh no, Tommy! Oh, he's in an Austin Powers parallel park situation. He's got the wall again. Oh no!
And here comes Santi!
There we go. Well, there's the silver lining.
Reversed.
And it's the Mercedes. Oh wow! Oh wow! Someone is working some dark magic at the minute. Santi P4. Tommy's going to have to pit now and switch to a medium tyre.
Oh no!
That's so unfortunate. And again, it was out of the hairpin corner, the one that we've said everyone apart from Leaker has been slipping out of. And
it was just a matter of time, wasn't it?
It is, and it's knowledge like that is really going to help these D2 drivers. Everyone knows now that's watching the stream, that corner looks like the most trickiest. Sorry, that's a bad sentence.
I mean,
looks like the
you're
trickiest.
upshifting so much right there. I mean, you're almost at fourth gear when you come out of that thing. I mean, because you go to third immediately, yeah, just to keep the traction down, and then as soon as you catch third, you're already in fourth, like it's nothing. I mean, there's no way you come out of that turn in gear 1 or 2. Not to me, anyways, unless you've got the most amazing foot pressure and sensitivity in the world.
Yeah. Santi, so I'm going to keep an eye on the gap right now. This is what I'm interested in, right? Because you know Lika is always one to look after the tyres. Look at this. He's 18.1 seconds ahead of Santi right now. 5.3 behind Imperfect Car. Let's just see what that gap is at the end of this lap. Because look, Santi's on far better tyres. 2 lap old mediums. In one more lap, they're going to be at their absolute prime for a good 5 or 6 laps. But somehow... Sorry, I got hiccups. Somehow Likla is going to be able to keep that gap. Look, 18.1, it's still the same. Even as Lika is coming through, even as Lika has got through the S's, the bits where you need the tyres the most, he's still maintaining the gap. 18 seconds. It's come down to 17.8, and that's because Santi's made up the timing now because he's got better tyres going through the S's. But let's see what it is when they cross the line. I reckon it's going to be about 18 seconds. Look,
yeah,
big lock up from Santi. 17.8. 17.7, he crosses the line. Okay, 17.8. So Likla's doing a fantastic job there, but so is Imperfect Car. Imperfect Car has got 1 lap older tyres, and he is extending the gap to Likla.
Yeah, so, it's almost the same thing, isn't it? Santi did a fastest third sector right there. I don't know if it's going to be enough, Robot. They're past the halfway point. He's 18 seconds back. Likla's been sticking around that 5-second mark, as you said. But Santi back to P3 after Robot's curse. It's amazing to see him back up there.
Definitely. I lifted the curse, if anything. And... Oh, do you know what? We haven't looked at. That's my fault as well. The penalties. Because Likla's 5 seconds behind. I can't find them. Hang on. Detail, penalties.
Surely Imperfect is not. He's 2 penalties.
No, he hasn't. He's got 3 seconds worth of penalties. Could you possibly check the warnings for Imperfect Car just to see how many he has after his last penalty?
Let's see.
Because Likla has now just dropped down to 6.1 seconds. So that means that he's right on the limit at the minute. He's right on the cusp.
So...
Santi's still flying through the S's there. He's looking solid. He's looking... I'm going to switch to someone else. I don't want to jinx him again. Let's go back to the interval and see who else is close. It's a battle between Thetan again. And who is it? There's a 3-way battle going on right now. Avi, Thetan, and Johto. Still, Thetan is within a second of Avi. These two have been, pretty much... mini-sector for mini-sector the entire race, and look at this, he's less than 3/10 behind now. This is it. This is his moment. Avi gets a little bit of oversteer as he's coming out of the penultimate corner. He's gone through the final corner there, and look at the gap. DRS open for Thetan. This is going to be his chance. Is he going to be able to get him down the inside? No, he's backed out. He's waiting for the next opportunity, which is only in 3 corners time. Hit me with those warnings.
It's 0 warnings after the last. When he picked up the penalty, Robot, it's 0 warnings. He got the penalty, and he hasn't picked anything up since then. But the penalty was recent. It was about 3 laps ago when he picked it up, so maybe an eye-opener. He knows Likla's right there. If he picks up another, it may not be a good thing.
Interesting. And does Likla have any warnings? Do you know?
I didn't really look at Likla. I looked at Santi. Santi's got another one after his last warning.
How do you actually check them? I've not done this before. Let's have a look. Race director, Likla. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's just his laps.
Switch over to incidents. And then come down.
Oh,
it shows you all the lap incidents.
Oh, I thought you could do it per driver, but obviously not.
I used to be able to do that, but it doesn't. Likla does have 1 warning, and that came from lap 1. That could have been everybody sorting themselves out.
Oh yeah, it said collision with Random Serious. Yeah, and remember, Random went all the way down to last place on that first lap. That's probably why. Look, he had a collision with both Alex and Likla.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay, let's go back to the race because these guys in the midfield right now are even closer. Johto Jusu has now closed the gap to 0.4 of a second to Peyton. Peyton's dropped back a little bit from Abby, 1.1 second gap as they are making their way through the final part of the S's here. Interesting, and it could be Johto Jusu gaining a position here, but look at this. Random Sirius is 11 seconds behind him, but Random is going to try and pull that back to kind of, give Johto the warning for D2 later. Like, he may have made a mistake at the beginning, but he's fighting back.
You reckon he's just learning the track now and getting ready for D2?
Yes, absolutely. I think so. Random said that he's doing Hanoi 3 times this week, and I think this is the first time.
Oh wow!
So this could be the first practice for him. We're going to have a DRS
incident thing might be something the stewards need to have a glimpse of.
I wonder. It was. Oh, here we go. Johto Jusu trying to get past Deaton, but deciding against it. He did the clever thing there, and he did the respectful thing. He backed out. Do not want to go side by side as you're going through turn 7 there. But now he's going to have another pop at this. He's going to have DRS again, but I think Deaton's going to have it as well. Let's ride on board with Johto and see. Oh, look at the speed. Johto's got his overtake on already. He's had to lift slightly there. Oh, he's got into the back of Peter's car. The problem with Johto, not the problem with Johto, the problem with Johto's setup is that he has a controller and he can't make those smooth steering changes. So sometimes you just kind of have to accept that you're going into the back of another driver. I think that's what we just saw there.
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, you picked up on that incident between Random. That's something the stewards are going to have to look at, but the other thing, that controller incident,
yeah.
That's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, but you kind of see this a few guys with the controller drivers. When they're on a straight, because, when you've got the wheel and you're following someone, if someone's swerving, you can pretty much match their swerve and keep in the slip.
Right.
But when you're on the controller, you can't make those fine adjustments. You always keep tapping it left and right. And if you're one of those guys that sticks the thumbstick forward and turns it slightly, it's still not going to be as accurate as the wheel. And sometimes you just have to leave it alone. You just have to just let it go straight and deal with it afterwards. And I think that's what we just saw Johto do. But you see it quite a lot with Johto, actually, and a few other of these controller drivers. But I don't think there's anything much you can do to counter it, to be honest.
Well, the top 3 looks locked in, Robot. We're about 9 laps out. Nicola's dropped down about 2 seconds off of Imperfect Car, and then Santi is stuck right there. Santi's still at 18 seconds behind Nicola. Avi in P4 is 11.8 behind, and then, as you were saying, Johto, 0.8 off of Avi.
Yep. I've just watched Tommy overtake Random Series, actually. Just want to point out, Larvsesh has also said it's not fun. The third sector on a controller is awful. And honestly, I can't think of a worst part of a track for a controller. Ooh, as Avi gets slippy. And look at this. Johto Juicy's going to try and make a move on him now. Oh, Santi's retiring! What's happened?
Where's he at?
The S's. He's in the S's safety car.
Surely not.
We asked for a safety car, but not for. It was to help Santi. We didn't want him to
because
cause
of
it.
Santi.
Oh, he's off. He's lost the wheel.
Oh no! And so, who was that that just ran into him?
Oh.
Tommy ran into him.
Oh no.
Was
Really?
it Tommy? No, it was Johto.
Oh, and that's through the S's on the
Johto just lost
controller.
the whole left wing.
Oh, he's gonna have to come into the pits. Oh no, Santi, what happened? What happened?
Avi's in, Theaton's in, Johto's in.
Isn't perfect
Tommy
car
somehow got around.
Isn't perfect?
No,
Licla didn't
Imperfect
pit.
and Licla were. I think they were too far
Oh.
around by the time this.
Oh, interesting. Avi's on fresh softs, but let's not
Tommy
forget.
stayed out. Tommy had the chance to come in, and he stayed out.
Yeah, but the problem is, though, okay, watch this. You're about to see what the problem is. Tommy has stayed out right now. He's in 3rd place, and watch this. He's going to come up to the safety car, and I think the safety car is just going to let him pass.
Oh, no.
Yep, there you go.
It's got to, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that's the problem with this game, because you can't take advantage of the safety car because it waits for the leader. That's why so nothing's going to happen. Imperfect Car's probably going to come into the pits now, and if Licla does as well, Imperfect Car's going to hold on to it.
He's got to get the free change. Yeah, there he is. He's coming in. There's Imperfect. Licla's got to match him if he wants a chance. If he doesn't come in, here he comes. Here he comes. They've got to come in.
But remember that penalty from Imperfect Car? This is going to help Licola out a lot, isn't it?
3 seconds.
Yeah.
And Licola, you can bet your bottom dollar his eyes are about as wide as they're going to get in the race today. Because once they get done, how many laps do you reckon they'll have on the restart?
6, I think. I think it's going to come in on lap 23. Just to point out again, look, 6 cars have now passed the safety car, and it's still not picked anyone up. There's just no point in the safety car. I mean, what's the point in it? It's not doing anything.
Well, if Imperfect didn't come in, right, the algorithm would have been picking up the lead driver.
Yeah, but
that would have been it.
Yeah, but the point of the safety car is to make it safer. It needs to pick up the drivers and slow them down. This is just a virtual safety car. Exactly. It's just a long virtual safety car.
But at the same time, the guys get aggravated because they get locked into that situation where they're in front of the leaders, and then you've got the leaders complaining that they've got all the lapped cars in front.
Yeah.
Because they can't sort the algorithm to let they can't situate the pass and overtake and let the pass. It's a very hard. I mean, you write code, right? I mean, could you imagine writing the code for that?
Well, I mean, okay. Let me put it this way. If I was working for Codemasters and on a decent salary, okay. Let me start again. I've got a feeling the coders of Codemaster is one guy in his basement. You know, I think that's what it is. I think this guy's just all by himself struggling.
It could be. I've seen flight simulators ran off of coders that are ran from home. They're not in an office under the flight simulator company. They actually code from home.
Yeah, man. I think that's what it is. And this guy's struggling. He's looking at all of the reviews like, oh, the coders are crap. He's like, give me a break, guys. That must be what it is. And let's face it, in 2019, they did have the safety car situation set up correctly. You know, that it was the case that it picked up whoever was there first, and then it allowed them to pass. But the problem is there were so much bugs with the passing that it started to disqualify people. It started to do all sorts of bad things that they probably just pulled the plug. So yeah.
Well, the guy in the basement got the call from Codemasters and. And the good salary wasn't, quote unquote, fingers in the air. The good salary wasn't an option anymore.
Poor kid.
I think Imperfect is glitching.
Yeah, he's going left and right on my screen, so I've just kind of avoided him for now. He's looking normal again now, though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So we're waiting on the last 4 drivers to come up. You think it's going to be lap 23?
I think it's going to come in this lap. I think this is going to be it, because look how slow the safety car's going right now. I know those guys are going through the S's, but I think they're going to catch up.
They're trying. Alex is, he's got to wait on Nurshek. Nurshek is not in a hurry to finish the race. But yeah, if you were to write the code, the way it works is it picks everyone up, yeah?
It should pick everyone up, yeah.
And then once you pass the incident, in real life, in real life, you pass the incident, and they can, they can change the timing card, right? They can get guys in the right position and let everyone pass, and then get you to go backwards in that situation.
Well,
or does the timing loop stay the same?
No, So what actually happens is, so if the safety car comes out and the leader's already passed it, for example, it will pick up the guy in P2 and slow him down, and it will travel at safety car speed. Meanwhile, P1 is still going around the track at the virtual safety car speed, and he gets to then pit and then come out ahead because he's still leading the race. And then the other guys behind him will then pit too. I think that's how it works.
And then the safety car continues to pick up the cars.
Yeah, and then anyone who's lapped or out of position gets to claim their position back. The lap cars actually get to just race ahead and go all the way around the track and catch up to the back of the field if they can in time.
Right.
But if not, they just get like a 30-second lead, I suppose, and then the leaders won't catch them anyway. But in this game, the safety car just sits there and just waits for the leader, and it kind of neutralizes everything. So it's basically just like a virtual safety car. No one's losing out on position or anything like that, because those guys who miss the pit lane get to do it on the next lap and not lose position. I think
which is almost a fair. I mean,
yeah, I mean, 100%. It is the fairer way.
It's the fair way to get the pit stop in. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then who knows what the exact formula is to please everyone.
Yeah, you know,
right? I mean,
safety
there's
car in this
always
lap.
half this way, half that way.
Imperfect car's gone.
Imperfect had to let that thing go way ahead.
Yeah, he did.
Lego's got to stay close here.
Yep, we're back to racing, so let's just ride at the back. We've got two guys going side by side. It looks like it's Avi and Thetan again. Is that Thetan? He's got ahead of him finally! Is he? Oh, no, he's not. Sorry, it's Thetan and Random Series.
It's Avi?
I think Thetan's in the Alpha, Random's in the Renault behind. Yeah, and look how close Johto is to the back of Random now. These two D2 drivers battling for the championship. And Random's ahead currently. This is going to get in Johto's head, for sure. Oh, look at this, they're side by side.
Imperfect is already 1.4 ahead of Legal.
Big lockup by Random there. He almost wiped out Thetan getting late on the brakes there. He almost wiped him out, but he's managed to hold on to it. Does he have wing damage? I can't see the front of his car at the minute. Let's go to Thetan and look behind. I can't tell.
Yeah, it's not giving a good...
I can't see anything cosmetic, so maybe it's not that bad if he does have any. But look at this, he's side by side with Johto right now. Who's going to be the last of the late breakers? Oh, look at that, Random going down the inside. He's going to leave enough space for Thetan. They're side by side, going through 11. Oh my God.
Stay side by side the whole way around.
Random, I don't know where you got the guts to do that, but he made it work. But look at this, Thetan has got it back. And now Johto's fighting through the S's.
Oh no!
Don't do it, Johto. Don't do it. Do not overtake through the S's.
Oh, he backed off right in time. When the camera cut, he was beside him as they were going to the right. Oh, my Lord. Imperfect's done a 136 on the new softs.
Wow. And Leaker's already 2 seconds behind him. He's 2 seconds down.
2 seconds.
Yikes.
Well, this could be Imperfect. Let's take a look at Imperfect. Yeah, he's on the overtake hard. He's trying to beat this 3-second gap. He's doing.
Yep.
That's what he's doing.
Let me just check the penalties again quickly. Has he got any more? He's still got 3 seconds. Okay. There's a lot going on in the field, so I won't switch away from this for now because Avi, excuse me, got hiccups again. Avi's right on the back of Tommy right now too.
What's obvious and Random is still there.
The gap between Leaker and Imperfect Car is 1.8 seconds, so this is
dropping.
It is. It's still looking like a Leaker win at the minute. 5 laps to go, including this one. What is going to happen?
Imperfect is just overtake everywhere he can. Legal are doing the same.
I don't think. I mean, it's gonna. Okay. Imperfect Car is only going to win this race if Leaker makes a massive mistake. I don't think he has the pace right now to pull away. They're both on equal
When's
tires.
the last time you saw Leaker make a mistake? What's it?
I don't know. I can't think. I don't think he's actually made one this season. Not even.
The league cannot be named.
I think the last time I think he made a mistake was when Racer Tay was his teammate in Monza. I think that's when it was. Now, let's just quickly look at the back. Look at these. Everyone's so close together right now. Alex, D2 champ from last season, is right on the back of Nurshuk, who's right on the back of Johto, who's still pressuring Random Series, just less than 0.4 of a second of a gap at the moment. Oh, wow. So much going on.
And Avi wants Tommy. Avi's wanting this P3.
He is. He really, really is. That will be Avi's highest finish this season, and he's wants that bad.
He knows where he's at. He knows what's coming. He knows how to get there. He's just got to get to it. I mean, 3/10 as they come around 4 or 5.
Oh no! Johto's just whacked Thetan, and he's not giving it back. Johto, give it back! Give it back! It's rightfully his. Oh no, he's not gonna do it.
He's not gonna do it. He's gonna get it back. Here comes Nurshuk.
Nah, he did. He lifted.
Oh,
he lifted.
he's lost 2.
He lifted.
And here comes Alex.
Yeah, Alex is gonna get him now. Oh
Alex
no!
is gonna get him. It's a big box.
Look, that is the worst place he could have lifted, wasn't it? Look at if you lose time on that straight, you've lost it.
Not exactly.
Oh, the side by side again. Oh, and Johto's gone wide. Ooh. A little bit cheeky from Alex there.
Alex said it was your mistake. I'm going to take advantage of it.
Proctor said he wasn't looking, then he heard a roar come from his phone. That's probably us screaming. Sorry about that. This is all, I can't believe there's 10 drivers in this race.
That's how you know something's happened. If you're not paying attention, that's how you know something has happened. You hear the roar and you know something has just happened.
Whenever I hear your mic break, crackle, that's when I know it's about to go down. Right, Johto is still. Oh,
he just busted a wing.
Oh,
was it Alex's rear?
Oh no, it can't be Alex's rear. I've seen wing damage on the rear once in this game, and that was it.
It's an in play. It's an in play.
Look at this.
Johto's in play.
He's dropped. Look how much he's dropped back. 2 seconds. He's still losing time.
It was a bad part of the track, wasn't it?
He's lost the right end plate. You're right. He's lost the end plate. That's going to slow him down so much.
Avi's still there.
Yeah, look at this. 5/10 behind Tommy. That guy is super quick.
He's going to make it right here. And look who's behind Avi. It's random 8/10 back. He's going to have DRS.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Random, I think he's been practicing, and now he knows the track. He's in his perfect commando from Avi! That was inch perfect! How did he not hit the wall? That was amazing. I didn't even think that gap existed until he put his car there.
No, it didn't.
Bravo.
And look at him pull away.
Now, Margaret has just pointed out very kindly, the gap is 3.4 seconds in perfect car to Likula.
It is. I was just looking at that, and it's growing.
Thanks for that, Margaret. We need to keep an eye on that. 2 laps to go, 3.6 seconds, but I do not want to lose this battle between Random and Tommy now, because Avi has overtaken Tommy. That was so brave. Go on.
Tommy's getting loose.
Has he got wing damage?
Let's just look at the tire. Oh, you know what it is? Tommy didn't pit.
No. Really?
Tommy didn't pit. He's on 12-lap old mediums.
Oh, of course. He's getting swallowed up by these fresh. But the soft tire is coming to its end. But it will finish on lap 28. No, Tommy's lost. You're right. Good shout. Good shout. He didn't pit.
I think Random knows it. Tommy lost DRS. And Random's going to get it here, not only here, but once they come around 6, 7, 8, he's going to get it going down into 10.
And Tommy's traction coming out of turn 9 is going to be horrible. I mean, watch this. Watch this gap come down. I'm riding on board with Random now. I mean, no chance. Tommy's done.
Oh.
Tommy's done. Now, he's got 1 second ahead of him to Avi. Is that enough? Was he below 1 second? I don't think he was. Tommy's going to lose so much time through the S's here. This is the last lap he's going to be ahead of Random, I reckon.
Now, Tommy's not the easiest to overtake either. I mean, if he can get through the S's, he's so loose.
Yeah,
I'm watching it. Loose.
This is it.
He's got to make it through another 3 long straights. He's safe here. Yeah?
Sorry, I was just going to say the gap's gone to 4.4 now. I think Leek has lost the lead.
It's great. Yeah, I think he's lost the lead. Unless something happens for imperfect car.
Random's just hit the wall. Has he got wing damage? I don't think he's got wing damage. He did just hit the wall, though. Ooh. Let's have a look.
He's so close still.
This has got to be it. How can Tommy stay ahead right now? Tommy must have some amazing tyre wear right now, because he should have been swallowed up already. That's
what I'm saying. He's not the easiest to overtake either, is he?
He's not.
I've raced Tommy. He is not one of those guys. He's very respectful. He's a very respectful driver, but he is not the easiest to overtake.
Random is now 4/10 behind Tommy. Likula's 4.2 behind in perfect car. It's not going to be a race win for Likula, but he's going to be. I think P2 is actually his best finish ever in D1.
Is it?
I think so. I mean, I know for sure he's got a handful of podiums in D1, but I don't think he's ever got a P2. I think it's always been a P3. So he should be happy with this. Now, riding on board with Random right now, this is it. It must be it. Tommy cannot stay ahead now. Random has got 44% ERS. Tommy's only got 22. Here he comes. DRS not even open yet. And he's got about a 4-mile-an-hour speed advantage.
He should have waited.
He is, but look at that. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's done it. He's done it. Now, is Tommy going to fight back? No, he's too far behind. That's it. Tommy's going to hold on to P5, but that's not bad. 13-lap old mediums, P5. Now, Imperfect Car is making his way through the S's right now. He's coming up to the yellow and black section. He's through. We've got yellow in sector 2. Who is it? I'm going to stick with him. Oh, I'm going to stick with him. Perfect car for now, though, because he's about to come across the line, and he's going to claim his first race victory in D1. He's done it. He's got a 3-second penalty, but he's managed to clear 4.6 seconds to Likala. He's done it. Double D crosses the line in P1. Likala sails across the line in P2.
Nurshik in the S's.
Oh no! Wow! I'm going to quickly switch down to it. Come back up to Avi, who's going to finish P3, his best finish in D1 as well. Good job, Avi. Finishes 2 tenths ahead of Random Serious. Tommy finishes in P5. Good job, Tommy. Alex is going to come across the line next in P6. In P7, it's going to be Nurshik crossing the line in P8.
Ooh, he dropped. Dean dropped both.
Oh, he did. He dropped because of that unserved penalty there. So that's going to put Theaton in P6. Alex in P7, Nurshik in P8, and Johto Jutu leading the D2 Championship in P9. Wow, what an eventful race with only 10 drivers. Wow.
It was quite the race, wasn't it?
It really was. And, I mean, we've seen multiple guys get their best ever finish as well. What a good day to be racing in D1, eh?
Now, that yellow that came out in Sector 2 was Nurshik coming out of the hairpin, got sideways, hit the wall. Alex came up, wanted to make the move in the S's, but I guess he heard us early on say, don't do it, don't even think about it. But Nurshik was so off the pace, he didn't have a choice but to make the move. It was one of the better moves I think I saw today.
Yeah, it really was. And that move from Avi on Tommy, oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Like, that gap wasn't there. I don't know what happened there, but what a race. So, who would, yeah, I was just about to ask you. It's
got to be Avi, isn't it?
Yeah, who am I kidding? I'm trying to find a way to make it one of the top 2, but Avi, amazing drive. Amazing.
Where did he start?
Drive.
9, P9.
Yeah, it's come up to P3, and that overtake, bravo. Definitely goes
The overtake, Avi. I think, is what, yeah. And then Random, all the way up to P4.
Remember, though, he started in P4, but after the first corner, he was last. Let's not forget that.
Right. He had to battle his way back.
Yeah. Obviously, our hearts go out to Santu. That wasn't my fault. If you're watching Santu, my fault. No, just go back and watch the stream. You'll see whose fault it is.
Robot was speaking at the time.
It definitely wasn't me. But anyway, that's it. So we've got 19 drivers, I believe, in D2. Coming up in 40 minutes time. We've got Danny and Ash, the second best commentary duo, obviously, behind me and Havoc. I'm kidding. They're going to be commentating in D2, so it's going to be a great race to watch. Johto, Random are going to be there again, battling for the driver championship in D2. So yeah, make sure you tune into that. It's going to be on the main OFR channel, the one you're watching right now. We've got 2 GTS races tomorrow in Brazil for D1 and D2, and we've got the new ACC PC League in Spa tomorrow on a flooded track. We like to match the weather to how it is during the day before, so it's going to be an entirely wet race, and the track is showing up as flooded, so that's going to be a great one to watch as well. So yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. We'll see you in about 40 minutes time.